Well. What do we have here? What? Now let me take a look right here. Let me take a gosh dang look at what we have right here with my big eyes. Let me double check with my eyes. What's going on? New Hackerling emote is here. New Hackerling animated emote finally filling out the animated emote slots. Now what's this I'm looking at right here? What's going on here? What's this? I had a moment of divine inspiration. And this is so funny because I can make the magnifying as big as possible and it looks absolutely ridiculous. And I'm very proud of this, I just had to say. I think it's quite good, actually. Hi, chat. Welcome to Hackerling stream. So many time, so little time. What did you use to make it? I drawed it in Procreate. And then I exported it from Procreate as a Photoshop file. I cleaned it up slightly in Photoshop and I changed the mouth from what it was. Because this was originally part of my thumbnail for part 1 of Blueprints. So there's that. I changed the mouth just so it looked a little bit better when it was smaller. I brightened the colors to match my other emotes more a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'll change it again. It's always a possibility. Funny little creature. Funny little magnifying glass. But since it was separate layers, it was easy to just create a folder of them. And then in After Effects, I used the... What's it called? It wasn't the fisheye. There's something that you can use to expand to make it look like a fisheye. And so I used that. And then I tracked the effect to the circle of the magnifying glass from when the magnifying glass moves. And then After Effects also has a thing that lets me export files as GIFs. So I use that to export as a GIF/GIF, and then I put it into EasyGIF because Twitch is very particular about how big your files can be. So I put it in there, I made it a smaller file size, and then I uploaded it to Twitch. There it is. Any questions? Any questions, chat? Chris 30, thank you for the 4 months. She is looking through the peephole. Is this going to be on the exam? Yes. What is the name of the effect I used? If you cannot name it now, you have failed. I regret to inform you. Chat. Today I had some chicken tenders. They were quite good, and I quite enjoyed them. I am also out of root beer. I don't know how to come to, or I don't know how to come to terms with. I don't know how to grapple with this sudden upsetting discovery that I've made. So I simply have to rely on Peeper for beer. That's all I can do. I got a hard drive bay for my hard drive, so I finally can get the information off of it that I was wanting to. There's so many little cute Mika photos, and it's just so nice to just look at them again. And I'm so happy I finally have a way to access my information from my old computer. Let's freaking go! I think I need to get another NVMe drive for my old pre-built computer so I can reinstall the operating system and then maybe plug it into my TV. Then my TV can have its own desktop, and then I can surf the internet on that, or I can make something smaller. I'm sure that there's solutions to that, just to plug it into my television. So there's a game that I bought a little while ago called SUBSURFACE CIRCULAR. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be that long of a game. Seems like there's gonna be a lot of talking. But there are robots. And I am not a robot. Maybe. I don't know. Can you tell? Maybe you need a magnifying glass to tell. Ooh, topical to the new emote. Exciting. Yeah. Let me get everything nice and set up and exciting. There's also detectives in this game, I've been told, apparently, by the reviews. So if that's the case, then I guess I'll find out. Adult themes! Thank you for buying our work and funding us to keep making the games we want to make. Walk with the architects. Yay! Why does this... Streamers, YouTubers... Uh-oh. I'm scared. What is it gonna say? Am I gonna open? It's gonna be like, here is your current location. What? Streamers, YouTubers. Hi. Thanks for picking up Subsurface Circular. If you're reading this, for considering to share the game with your community, that's cool. That's very cool. I wanted to write a short request, though. Can you only stream the first 3 sequences? Uh-oh. Our game is heavily story-driven with twists and turns we think will surprise players. We hope, the choices and conversational threads that you can't see in one sitting will give your audience a reason to try the game for themselves, but we're a bit worried that their experience may be spoiled by seeing later sequences in your stream or video. We're not going to make demands like other developers. If you do decide to stream past that point, that's fine too. It'd be cool if you included a spoilers warning for your audience. Thank you for taking the time to read this and for sharing our game with your community. I see. I should have opened the game before streaming this then. Because I probably wouldn't have done it then. Because then, now I have to think about it. Now I have to be like, okay, either I don't stream the whole thing, or I say that there's going to be spoilers, and if the first 3 sequences seem interesting to you, then you should pick up the game yourself. But you should pick up the game if it seems interesting, because I think it's interesting. It's also hard because I think it's very easy to get spoiled when things are like visual novels, because it seems like this is more visual novel-like. You have to thank Square Enix every 20 minutes. First 3 sequences. All right, hold on. Let me... How do I know what the first 3 sequences are, though? Is it going to say end of sequence 1? End of sequence 3? Okay. See, now I feel bad because I feel like a huge jerk if I stream the whole game. But the game isn't very long from what I can tell. Hold on. It does that every time I close out the window, so you have to... If you stream past the 3 sequences, you get cookie bustled. How you got interested in the game? Someone mentioned it to me, and they said that its writing was very intelligent, and I like intelligent writing. Is that one sequence then? I don't think so. Okay. I will select sequence. Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, red flag. Delete sequence saves. There is robots. How old is this game? Oh god, I hate... 2017. Having played this recently, the spoilers come very late, so I'm not surprised they don't want you playing the end on stream. 17? That's like 8 years ago. That's such a long time ago. Do you think they'll still be mad if I stream it? Okay, how about this? I will play it, and if for some reason I stop at sequence 3, then so be it. What do you mean 2017 wasn't 3 years ago? That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying! I promise to close my eyes at the end, 'cause I've got eyes that can see inside. I can see right through your disguise. Guys, Prey comes out. Prey? See, is it just me, or is the resolution a bit weird? I think I have to fix that. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's just... Okay, that's more my resolution. That's what my monitor is. Reading speed, camera pan. Scroll speed. Looking forward to this very normal year of 2020 where nothing life-changing or massive will happen. Yeah, the text looks so much better. Highly recommend you up the reading and scrolling speed. It gets tedious. Oh. Okay. Faster. Faster. You should make the reading speed slower because it's funny. Yeah. I'm going to start speaking very slowly. I think the VTubers trend started about hack. The VTubers have been around for a long time. Really, even if not in the form of being a in a moving live 2D anime girl. They existed in the format of, you know, people who had avatars that were anime characters, or they had little PNGs that would be made to represent them. It's kind of existed for a long, long, long time. Literally forever. Original OC, please do not steal. Limes had a seal years ago. Yes, Limes is a seal. She was a seal. She's a sealy creature. Are the Muppets VTubers? Yes. Alright. I'm going to start the game. New game. No, because they're outright different personalities. Well, people can be a VTuber and stream with a personality that they might not have on their own, but a lot of people do use them to represent themselves. I mean, there's a lot of flesh people who have personalities that aren't their own, that do characters when they're doing like videos. Like, I don't want to break the immersion, but a lot of people aren't actually angry in real life when they get angry on their stream all of the time. I know, literally impossible. Okay. Developer commentary unlocked as the first. Oh, that'd be fun. Do they like narrate? You can hear the game audio, right? Be short. No audio? Uh-oh. I will fix it. Hackerling can fix it. Hackerling can fix everything. Somehow. I'll just use desktop audio. How about that? Since the game audio seems to not be working. Desktop audio time. Don't turn on any audio on my computer. You can hear it now, right? Can you fix my encroaching dementia? Watch baby sensory videos. Can you fix my dead marriage? A therapist probably could. Louder? Is that real? Do you actually want the audio to be louder? It's loud in comparison to you. Gosh dang it, it's so hard to adjust audio. Okay. Maybe 9? Maybe 9 is good. 1. Recognition. Whoa. This camera's crazy. Okay, so you can hear me and the audio is okay now. Alpha 7, Fabricator. Initiate private link up. Is that a metaphor for something? What does it mean? What does it mean? train line, I assume. Places to go. So much to do, so much to see. Next station, Gateway. Here. Focus point up to see what the stranger wants. But here's the stranger. Hello? Hi. Are you a detective? A high level? A busy one? Yes. I'm busy. I'm streaming. I'm sure you are, but please hear me out. I've not seen one of you since just after I was released. I'm a mid. Basic, really. Wow, mid. Plus L, plus mid. But I need your help. I need a tech like you. That's a lot of tech. It's a visual novel. Mids are pretty clever. Sure you don't need my help. Does a mid pick up on social cues? Know when to let a tech be. Smile. Why don't you smile more, huh? Why don't you smile, huh? You're not gonna get married until you're 50 if you don't smile. It's fine, you need my help. Your indicator says fabricator.
Station is Gateway. Change here for outer.
Why'd management put that much smarts into manufacturing tech? Dude, I get so peeved off when people are like, this is a visual novel. This isn't a game. Like, it's not a game. It's a visual novel. There's no gameplay. It's just reading. So what? Does that mean it's not valuable? Be so for real. I'm an overseer. It means I have to tour management around. Human-tech relations requires at least a mid. Sentence structuring, full vocal input. People like to talk to a tech who knows when to laugh at a joke. You're so funny. Okay, tell me a joke then. You a comedian? Tell me a joke. Humor human seems a bit pointless. Even if you don't understand the joke. Okay, go ahead, tell me a joke. You're so funny, tell me a joke. What's the difference between a tech and a spider? Imagine, just like, why the chicken cross through? I'm done talking to you forever. Ooh! Cinematic camera angle. I don't know, what is it? Some people like spiders. I think I have a case for you. That's not a good joke. I think your joke sucks. What does a high-level detective get assigned? Documentation says that high levels are capable of learning abstract thought. That's right. I paint horses. I work predominantly in oils, but I've been trying more collage work. I'm an abstract thinker. I can also be funny. Is that true? No. I lied to you. Management has me investigate discrepancies, workflow errors. Which takes smart. They went to college! Wow, they're doing better than I did. Well, I understand the best I'm able. They say your sort are near human. You solve crimes? Mostly. Are you investigating right now? Just finished a few cases. A few? Attempted murder. Low level steered a cab at a human child. Topside. Dereliction of duty. A security tech was too busy chatting with a buddy to assist humans who needed its support. Destruction of property. A teacher tech intentionally melted their arm to demonstrate the risks associated with chemicals to a room of 8-year-olds. That's based. kind of awesome. Wait, I love that. That's awesome. Presumably, the children didn't command it, so how is that possible, given Asimov's laws? In my line of work, you tend to see a lot of text fine shades of gray. A human author wrote these laws before we even existed. How much must they hate us to assume we're so eager to destroy? That we'd need laws to hold us back. Everyone needs laws. Everyone's got a place to stay in. If he was wrong, I wouldn't have a job. If I had your job,
The next station
I'd run.
Assembly 1. Change here for outer.
Outer. Nope, I'm geolocked. Can't leave this train. What? Yeah, the seats are comfy. It's fine. I need your help. Do not mistake me for a human, kid. I don't get to choose my cases. I'm assigned them by management. I'd like to. What is it? What's going on? You'll help? My friend is gone. I can't help. I get my cases from management. But you have to. Tao has disappeared and you won't help me. I'm done. Thank you, detective. I'll be here if you have any more questions. So polite. Next station. Compile. Focus point is... Find out what the fabrication tech knows. Oh, we're starting a new conversation? Like I said, Tao has disappeared and you won't help me? Oh. Who exactly disappeared? Wait, something changed. Did you just unlock a focus point? Tao 13, my friend. I did unlock a focus point. Break management directive, I'll take your case. How do you know about my core functions? I've heard about detectives. Take this case, please. Okay. Thank the architects. Tell me, what happened? What disappearance? Suspicious events. Find the cause of tech disappearance. Tao is gone. But it's not just Tao. Suspicious events are happening across the city, especially down here. I assumed that's why you were active. A few techs disappear every week. Started with 1 or 2, but more and more reports as time goes on by. I just added a word on my own. I'm literally the worst. Tao 13. When did this start? Increasing frequency. That's what I heard. That's why I started carrying a gun! What? I don't want to be the subject of your next investigation. Gun?! Yes, a VX-5000 AP ammunition should take out anyone trying to hurt me, human or tech. But you're not supposed to kill humans! Don't do that, that's so bad. Have you shared this with management? They know. I reported Tao missing. I suspect that's where the rumors are coming from. I'm surprised they didn't assign you this. Lots of detectives on the subsurface circular. I'll conduct my own investigation. Thank you. Anything else I should know before upload? Lots, I guess. Maybe you should hold off on reporting in. You might be right, kid. You might be right, kid. I'm a hard-boiled robot detective. The speed we're talking. Am I speaking too fast? I know I do that. You could be faster, actually. Okay, I've changed that. Of course, as a tech, you can go into settings and update your reading speed at any time. Debs, the words are going by too fast. I understand. As a human being, you are able to change your settings anytime you want in this game. It's not my responsibility. Read the whole thing like you're from Brooklyn. I don't think I can. I don't know what a person from Brooklyn sounds like. Suspicious events. Everything would just sound like this. Suspicious events. Any other strange occurrences? Not that I know of. I'm just glad I met you. I think you're gonna figure this whole thing out. Find out what fabrication tech knows. I completed it. Disappearances? Anything more about the disappearances? Hey, they want the gumshoe voice. No, I've told you everything I know. Please find my friend. Find my iPhone. My stop is coming up. Good luck. I hope you find my friend. What is your name, by the way? I just realized I never asked. Theta, Claire, Beta, James. James is such a funny name for a robot. I don't know how to explain it. My name is Claire. Ah, religious background. It's a heroic name. I hope you live up to it. Goodbye, Claire. I hope that I don't know what you said.
The next station is compile. Change here for outer.
They hope for something, but I don't. Ooh! Just read faster, streamer. I'm sorry, I'm trying to imbue emotion in these robots. Wow, so many people. Size 67. Listener. Researcher. Calculator. Calculator! I love math! Hello. Yeah, hi. Mind if I ask you some questions? You can see my designation. I'm a detective tech. Do techs say yeah as a greeting now? I'm a little busy, detective. Big calculations too. Who you with? My name is Claire 11. I work for management. You've seen me around. You know who I am. It's so aggressive. We're just two techs talking, champ. One of us is just a tech. The other is, I suspect.
Finite instance. Change here for outer.
A detective. Big difference. If this is about the controversy swirling around Foe and Wilson, my practices dealings with them were light at best. Whole damn industry knows there was something dodgy happening there, and we kept our nose out of it completely. If we can schedule a chat with you, me and my legal counsel, I'm sure we can get to the bottom of any inquiry. No need to get lawyers If anyone tells you there's no need to get lawyers involved, you need a lawyer like twice. Like if anyone's like, no, hey, we're just having a conversation. No need to bring legal counsel into this. What? You think you don't trust me? You think I would... You can trust me, right? Yeah, you can trust my lawyer. You can trust my second lawyer also. You can trust my lawyer's lawyer is who you can trust. This isn't about Foe and Wilson. Thank the architects. If there's one thing we don't need, it's more controversy stirring up human misgivings towards us. That's a problem with you, detectives. You wind up humans as much as you do techs. Don't know how I ended up on this particular voice, but I'll take it for the calculator. Disappearances. Hear anything about disappearances? You catch rumors. But the financial techs are all accounted for. Ha, pun intended. Whatever's going on, things like that don't tend to come back on our sort. Chat, I think we need... No, chat, you don't need a lawyer, chat. You don't need a lawyer for my chat. There's nothing going on here. I'm just streaming. I'm just streaming, that's it. A silly question, I suppose. Arithmetic is sort of your strong point. As management intends. Anything suspicious? Some weird fluctuations in the American markets. You think so? Topical 8 years in the past. Weird fluctuations is like an understatement, I would say. I think there's a new pope. Is there an... When was the last new pope? Do we have a new pope? Chat, this just in, is there a new pope? A pope, eh? You Catholic! I follow the path of the architects. Like all good techs, dealing with humans, you tend to pick up on some comings and goings. Like Catholicism. Human discontent. Current pope almost died, but no. Do we care? I mean, I just thought it was relevant because we mentioned the pope, but you don't have to know if there's a pope. I don't know. I'm not the pope. Humans giving you trouble? "8 years ago was 2008 housing crisis. It makes sense." Chocolate, thank you for gifting a sub, by the way, to forget about it. Yes, I'm a cat-holic. Oh, chat, I forgot to tell you. Candy is getting fixed right now. She is going to be so weird, and I'm so curious to see what she's gonna be like. I bet she's gonna feel weird, and we got like a soft cone for her, but it's kind of in the shape of a cube, so anytime she tries to walk around, it looks really, really, really weird. Humans giving you trouble? Not me. I'm good with humans. I'm a low high. They find me charming. But more generally... yes. That distrust has always been there, but we're rising above our station a bit. A bit too clever. Things like the Foe and Wilson thing reflect badly on us, and people get riled up. What happened? Couple of humans reprogrammed some financial techs, got them to steal for them. Told you detectives a bit too long. Told you detectives a bit too long to uncover it. That's not my fault. I'm the best. I'm literally the coolest ever in the world. Is Peeper fixed? I can fix her. Yes, she got fixed when she was, like a year or so old. Like, I wasn't thinking about it, but like, she started acting weird and like walking around the house going like, wow, wow, wow. And I'm like, uh-oh. And she seemed like she really wanted to go outside. So I'm like, okay, yeah, time to get fixed. Fix cat time. So it's a tech's fault if they're reprogrammed? They're right to fear us if we're so easily swayed. Scary. So it's a tech's fault if they're reprogrammed. Yes and no. Fearful people tend to find ways to hate techs. I see. Good night and good luck then. Sure. Compelling conversation. Omicron 3. Researcher. You look confused. Can I help? Maybe. I'm new in town. I'm lost, I think. Oh, it's a big city. That shouldn't be as tough as I'm finding it. I'm a researcher. I collate data on major cities for my employer. And you're lost? From out of town? You don't work for city management? No, I'm privately owned. That's a crime! Weeble. No tech can be owned. I don't understand. That's okay. Where I'm from, tech ownership is still the norm. Your United Alliance was the first nation to free techs from private ownership. Of course, they freed all of them to work for the state, right? They freed the robots to work for the government. Is that really freedom? Humans? Hypocritical? You gotta be squidding me. Better to work for the greater good than to be owned. If the government is working towards the greater good, which is also subjective opinion. You may need to learn a little more from us. That's a very rude thing to say. Humans hypocritical. Sarcasm. I do enjoy the texts when they're programmed with sarcasm. You got all the information you need? I haven't managed to download transportation maps. How many stops until Okunda Array? We're going clockwise, right? There. Where are we? North shift? So... I think you missed your stop, actually. I don't know. Definitely... Is it 4? 8? Is it 12? Definitely 16? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you probably should have gotten off already. If you wanted to get... Or maybe not. Maybe it's just like here and then we go here? And then we go back around, maybe? I don't know how to read train maps. Hacker, you don't drive. You need to be able to survive on subway society. I have taken the train many of times in my life, and it's actually a pretty good experience. I've never had a bad experience on the train. People mostly just want to be left alone. Oh yeah, there was a Mario Kart Direct today, wasn't there? Was there anything good? Did they show Mario Kart? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? 10? I don't know. A shame. Let me know if you remember. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're going clockwise. I don't know. Okay, so we're... The next station is North Shift. So it is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is it 12? Thank you. I just killed this person.
Next station is North Shift. Change here for Auto.
I've killed this robot. Let's hope that I was right. Otherwise, I'll feel really bad. So tell me about other cities you visited. Which ones you want to know about? San Francisco! Beautiful place. Not a lot of text there, but a great concentration of human wealth. Indeed. They say you can see the server fields from space. America at large has shrunk in power since the fuel drought. But those programmers really dug in. Skyline Chili, not in San Francisco. London? Bustling and noisy as ever. Their political situation is difficult, though. Not a good place to be poor or an outsider. The dictator runs a tight ship, though. The British are proud people. I suspect Gisborne's time might be running out. Seems complicated. Mumbai? Oh, you should go there. My employers call it the first tech city, and they're not wrong. Most of the human population left as the flooding hit uncontrollable levels, but the techs adapted. There are vast underwater clusters now. Your city freed techs to work for the government, but those techs were freed by climate change. How quaint. I'm wasting your time, you said you were lost. I'm looking for a fall palace, you know it? Fall palace. Fall as in autumnal or as in gravity? I think I went there once, guard duty for some event or another. It's not come up in my investigations. It wouldn't have. It's a dusty old building. Used to hold the old government before the fall. The revolution that fired off the war. Part of your research? A break from your work? Research? No, part of my tourism. I heard it's beautiful. You experience aesthetics! Robot! Yes, part of my programming. It's an important part of my work, a big perk. If you remember where the palace is, that would be incredibly useful. I do tend to get fixated on such details. Disappearances? I love experiencing aesthetics.
I experience aesthetics every time I look in the mirror. Because I say, wow, so impressive. A human being with skin? I can't believe that exists in this day and age.
Are you familiar with their disappearances? I'm too busy trying to remember the route to the Fall Palace. If you find out, do let me know. Anything suspicious? I won't say anything until I know where the Fall Palace is. About the Fall Palace. Go on. I don't know where it is. Okay, come back when you do. Won't say anything until you know about the Fall Palace. Oh, do humans seem unhappy to you? The only reason to be unhappy is if one has no sense of direction. To a palace, for example. If you find out, let me know. Thanks for speaking with me. My pleasure! Do you know about a Fall Palace? Like I said, yes and no. Fearful people tend to find ways to hate techs. You know where the Fall Palace is? You're investigating the location of a tourist landmark. I asked you a question. I heard it was to the south. Ha! Nowhere near. It's to the northeast. Terrible to get to by subsurface. Probably best to catch a bus up top. It's right next to Airport 3. Slug you. Is that all, officer? Okay, good night. Sure. I know where the Fall Palace is. I know Fall Palace. The Fall Palace is to the northeast. You want to get topside, catch any bus headed to Airport 3. Fair's fair. Can I be of any help? Yes, you can. I've heard the rumors. Tax unaccounted for, population numbers dropping. It's an issue I've never seen elsewhere. Techs have no reasons to hurt each other, and to humans it'd be massively wasteful to damage such expensive equipment. Something odd must have happened. Very suspicious. See anything strange? I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm new here. I'm new in town. Everything is strange. You are strange, detective. Suspicious. It's odd that I keep hearing about a tech called Red, though. You heard of them?
Yes. Whispers.
You're law enforcement. Chances are techs don't want to talk to you directly about such things, but I've heard the name. Sometimes positively, sometimes not. Human discontent? Do humans seem unhappy? In my experience, unhappiness is a part of all human culture. Walking around topside, it seems there are no more or less unhappy people than elsewhere. That said, I've stuck mainly to the tourist traps, so I take my perspective with a large pinch of so even you take my perspective with a large pinch of salt. How much is a pinch of salt? It's a terrible measurement because everybody has a different opinion about what a pinch of salt is. Some people's pinch of salt is a handful. Red track. I told you everything I know. Thank you! Thanks for being so much help with my navigation. Easy to get lost in a big city like this, but I think you've put me in the... Oh!
The next station is Errant Block.
I didn't get to talk to you! My mistake. Wait, this isn't your stop. Wait, this isn't where you're getting off. Wait, hold on, wait, come back. Eliminate the red tech from your investigations. Well, they're lost forever now. Dude. Do you hear that? Listener Pi 3. Oh, they have the sick music. The listeners have the sick music. I didn't get to talk to the other listener! Do you know, work? Your identification says listener. Not so much a job as a description of your hobby, I suppose. Not mega chatty, huh? I've often wondered about taking up listening. Where do you buy those headphones? Okay. How many tracks do you get? I found an old MP3 player once. Amazing humans put up with that. Old tech, but similar to that thing. Functionality, I mean. Or functionally, I mean. One day, one of your lot is going to actually talk to me. They're too busy being a listener. Honestly, if I were listening to that music, I wouldn't want to talk to anyone either. Athlete? Librarian! Being a librarian is pretty sigma. Hello. Hello, my name is Claire and I'm a detective. Hello, Claire. I'm a library tech. I never liked books much. So you know everything? Keeper of records? That is accurate. I'm a remote access tech. I store a subset of data duplicated across the network, of course, but my primary function is to act as an interface for the library. I travel around the city, providing on-site data access. A full answer. So you're a web browser. Full answers are my trade. Must be odd. You can answer any question about any area of human or tech knowledge. If we were above ground, yes. Down here, there is no network access. Here, I am a telescope in a lockbox. Sounds relaxing. Precisely. It is not dissimilar to the human concept of sleep. Are there any functions you can perform down here? You said you store a subset of data. Does the sleep analogy extend right now downtime? You're resting right now. Of anything you can perform down here? I still hold many petabytes of data locally. These record my own experiences and information I've accessed previously. I also retain emergency data, such as access words. So you can answer my questions. First one sounds like a pickup line. So you got any other functions? Got any functions you can perform down here? Wink, wink. Can you answer my questions? I can try.
The next station is Core Declaration.
I know many techs distrust detectives. But, detectives. Detectives. Hello, new person. Or bot, I suppose. Not the male influencer voice again. Wait, what did I say when I did the first one? What was the first... Well, oh god, I forget what it was. It was so bad. I hated it. I hated it so... Like, aha. Sup, girl. What do I say? I forget you were just laughing. Oh my god. I have to go back and find that. I have to. There must be a clip of it somewhere. Was it like... Was it something like in there? I don't remember. I know many techs distrust detectives. But we both work for management, so it is my pleasure to work with you. I don't work only for management. Why are detectives... Why do you hate me? I suspect it is because you work for management, not techs. A lot of techs are fundamentally aware of that distinction. I encounter similar challenges myself. Anyway, you had questions? Disappearances. Well, you know. I know management share your concern. Stories are swirling. They have their theories. They think a tech is doing it. They think a human is doing it. They think a human tech is doing it. Perhaps. Serial killers exist in the human world, always have. I see no reason that abnormality couldn't rise among us. Suspicious? Nothing. I keep to myself and I move mainly among humans. I'm like you, a metallic outsider among techs. You're a poet? I spend my time reading everything humanity ever created. Their wordplay has squirreled itself into my circuits. I see. I see. I see. In your time with humans, have you seen any evidence of discontent? To be blunt, my assigned position ensures I only really interact with the wealthy ones. Wealthy humans mostly busy themselves with worrying about their own positions. So no, the humans I know are content in the extreme. I see. Ever heard of Red Tech? We've not crossed paths. I've heard him mentioned. A folk hero type, or a villain. I've not heard enough to be sure. Access override. About the access words. A cheat code for human use. Techs have multiple layers of processing depending on their level. Your average mid-level up has a communications layer. It's not personality per se, more their capacity to communicate. If a human needs information fast, they can go a layer down using an access word. Can I have some? Their use is highly restricted, as it should be. But I can give you an access word if there's a good enough reason to. Is there? No. Let me know if you come up with one. Here to help. Elder! Athlete. Hello. Hi! How goes it, friend? Do we know each other? Heck yeah! I recognize you in the electric heart of a hero. A hero in need of the cool, powerful refreshment of elite brand energy cells. Oh, you're a sponsorship tech. No way, buddy. I'm a sports tech. Fastest knee joints in the city. Me?
For loop. Change here
For loop?
for emergence.
Oh god, they do sponsorships. This stream is sponsored by... I'm just mega excited to talk to you about the amazing opportunity presented by the delicious elite energy cells. Share them with friends. Friends like you? Wouldn't that be awesome? Nah, I just recharged, amigo. Another time, perhaps. You talk about anything except elite? I don't know, bro. Let's try. What do you want to talk about? Thanks. Anything about disappearances? The only the disappearing fatigue I experience after charging up with an eclectic electric elite energy cell. Anything suspicious? Maybe. I know you seem suspiciously depleted. Elite energy cells will leave you replenished and utterly ready for the challenges of modern tech life. Don't leave home without a handy supply of elite energy cells. Purchase 10 and earn a free cell holster. Free? Absolutely, plus postage and packaging. This is the future of sponsorships. This is what they have been waiting for. You'll just be talking to someone and they'll be like, oh. Sneaky, sneaky brand advertising. Human discontent because they don't have elite energy cells. Can you blame them? They don't get elite... Heck, I'd be pretty discontented if I lacked the necessary charging port for the delicious elite energy cells. They've got to make do with our sister brands in the energy drink sector. Thanks. Red Tech. Oh, you like colors? Well, elite energy cells come in a whole heap of exciting colors. Plug in a rainbow of fresh energy. I like the science myself. They've got Zing! You know your access words. My access words. The special word that would strip away my surface level communication limitations, that would remove my brand awareness modifiers. We'd actually have to have
A real conversation?
Oh, that makes me sick. I feel that way every time I go outside and have to talk to a cashier. And then they start saying other things. Then I have to be like, okay, I have to prepare. I have to be entertaining and polite. And also, I have to be interesting. I'm not prepared for that. I have to turn my brain on for that. Sounds unrefreshing. Can I have a try? You know my access word? I thought only library techs knew those. Sure! Try it. Can I guess? Volumetric projection. Oh, I've seen those topside. AR is the next big thing. Elite Energy Cells human target sister brands are doing a bunch of exciting work in that area. Advertisers love it! Thanks. Thank me by enjoying a delicious Elite Energy I'm going to... there?
How goes it, youngin'? You looking for a conversation?
They're an elder. We have to be respectful. Oh, certainly. How do you find yourself on Subsurface Circular? The conversation seems to be looking for me. I'm just trying to enjoy a train ride.
Oh, I'm riding to refurbishment. Finding myself heading there more and more often these days. A life in fabrication will do that to you. Damn shoulders aren't what they used to be.
My granddad has the same problem. You falling apart, you got a rusty pissed. You can't say that! How long you been working?
Old timer? Yeah, I'm 30 years.
I got an achievement for offending my elder.
I'm 30 years old. Young for a human, but they regenerate without a welding gun.
Maybe you don't sound that old, actually, maybe. So you've been working since they started making us. I mean, that is a long time. I hope I last that long.
I do too. Get that wobble on your right shoulder looked at. They upgrade my processor every 5 years or so, but this chassis is a shame I lived in since you were switched on. So call me old timer as much as you like. I wear it with pride.
I'm still going to call you old timer.
So be it.
Literally ancient. I mean, yeah, if you think about 30-year-old technology. What technology came out 30 years ago? My god, what year was it 30 years ago? Was that 1995? What came out in 1995? 2008? Shut up. 1995 technology. The intro. Oh, of course! Windows 95! Oh my god. Netscape versus Microsoft. Oh my god. Windows 95. Computer animated Homer Simpson appears on The Simpsons. The digital video disc DVD format is introduced. DVDs? Java 1.0? They developed JavaScript? Oh, wow. That's crazy to think about. 30 years ago. Not JavaScript, Java. No. Java and JavaScript. Yeah, JavaScript was 19... I mean, JavaScript couldn't exist without Java. Right? So... Oh, it's actually more like 1996. Java was released in... A lot of things say 1995, though. Interesting. Back when you had to have 50 floppy disks to install Windows. You get like a big pack and they're super heavy. I don't know, I didn't have to do that. Luckily me, I didn't have to do that. I did have access to a computer from when I was pretty young though, because my dad was a techie kind of guy. He had an IBM computer. So I was pretty technologically aware from a very young age, more so than a lot of people would be, probably. But I did exist in a time when technology wasn't at the forefront like it is now for a lot of people. If they were born more in the 2000s. It's interesting to compare. Child, behold the computer. Yeah. Basically. Are you responsible for what do you mean, are you responsible? My name is Claire. I'm a detective working for management. Mind if I ask you some questions?
It's been 2 months since the disappearances started.
Station is 10th pointer. Change here for emergence.
I've been waiting for a chance to help investigations. Shoot.
So you know about that. You've been paying attention.
Absolutely unprecedented. It wouldn't have happened the old way.
The old way?
Hey, don't take offense, but your sort, the higher intelligences, the gradation of such things. When I was young, techs didn't aspire, they stayed in their place. Such aspirations unsettle techs, point them in messy directions, make them do messy things.
So you think it's a tech?
Absolutely. If you ask me, that's the raid everyone talks about.
Ooh, you have a lot of information.
Here back in my day.
Dude, old people love gossip, by the way. Not to say that... I mean, I don't think they're offended by being called old because they're 30. But, like, old people, like my Nana, like, just loves gossip. If there's, like, a fire truck that goes by, she wants to know everything about it, and she will tell literally all of her friends about it. If there was a car that crashed somewhere, she wants to know about it. Being retired must be boring. I mean, yeah, you gotta find things to entertain yourself with. Outside of just having medical issues. They've started enjoying watching TV shows. They've been getting into streaming services. They've been enjoying the TV show Tracker. And it's very funny because every time something intense happens, I just hear them go like, oh, like, oh no. They get very into it.
You don't talk to many old timers, do you? Every damn thing looks suspicious to me.
I'm sure that's not true of everyone.
True of me, Tech.
I see. Human discontent. Humans seem uncomfortable.
They keep old timers like me away from humans, I'm afraid.
How about Red Tech? You know something about that?
A household name among our sort. I never met him, but you hear the stories. Dangerous. A genius, apparently.
I'd like to meet this character.
Maybe you have already. Maybe I'm Red. Maybe I'm just pretending to be an old-timer to trip you up.
Oh, that's simply not possible because you are blue. Unless I'm colorblind. What's an access word?
The more complex humans make us, the more they want to reassert control. If you say the access word to a compatible tech, they'll deactivate any complex communication layers. Let you ask them real questions.
Do techs mind using their access word against them?
I've only seen it done a couple times, but they seem to like taking a break.
Oh, I need to talk to someone else.
Absolutely. I'll speak again soon.
let's get back to it. Oh, I've seen this topside. AR is the next big thing. Elite Energy Humans targeted sister brands are doing a bunch of exciting work in that area and blah 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 blah. Shut up. Resuming, let me know if you come up with one. Access words. I need to question a sports tech with an overactive sponsorship routines. With overactive sponsorship routines, even. I see. And this information has value? I suspect so, yes. So by definition, the access word would have value too. You want to trade? Yes. When above ground, I am connected with all information amassed. Incredible, but with one flaw. I'm never surprised. I never experienced the joy of an unanticipated outcome. I'd like you to provide me with that experience. You want me to surprise you? Happy birthday! Woohoo! I want to hear a joke. A good one. Do you know any? Oh, why did the human... Wait, how did that joke before go that they said? No, what's the difference between a human and a tech? No, what's the difference between a tech and spiders? Some people like spiders, that's the joke. Why did the tech, why did the human? Why did the human rent a pizza? Steal a yellow coat? Borrow a cowbell? Why'd the human walk into a bar? Buy fly spray. I don't know what the conclusion to any of these jokes are. Why'd the human rent a pizza? I'm so curious about this. I can't figure it out. To get to the other side, they had nobody to go with. They were riddled with... The store was out of pasta. They thought they were a lemon. I think I need to bow out here. This is bad. The store was out of pasta! That's not great. Maybe ask around and try again. I want to hear a joke, a good one. Why did the tech walk into a bar? They went in for a power cell? Dude, I suck at jokes! I'm so bad at this! Because the store was out of pasta. Hello, Twitch streamer Hackerling Limes, hello. I loved you playing Limu Live Plays Lifeline Part 1 and have been following for a year Lime's party. I had an idea I knew you would find radical Limes clever. What if you streamed the game Braid Shadow Leggings? Lime's amazing, it looks like a really cool game. With unlockable heroes and free creme roll level 3 if you go pro. Your community and followers like me are sure to enjoy it. Keep it real, bro. King. Keep your head up, King. Blood is yappin'. What is it? What is this? I get emails like this. I've gotten emails that start with hello. Username. It's so cool. Why did management steal a yellow coat? They thought they were a lemon. Maybe ask around and try again. Do you have any good jokes? Do you have any jokes? Do you know any good jokes? Certainly. Why did the tech buy fly spray?
Why did the tech buy fly spray?
I don't know.
Because it was riddled with bugs.
I think that's funny.
Thank you, it's all about delivery.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, we'll speak again soon.
Okay. Why did the tech buy fly spray? 'Cause they were riddled with bugs. Huh. That's brilliant. You can, of course, have the access word you need. It's Turing, followed by the number sequence 2, 3, 6, 1, 2. Thanks! You're very welcome. Thanks. Returning communication to factory default.
Barnett Lee.
Hi. Do you need an elite? Ha! I don't want to tell you about the amazing properties of elite anymore. Has that happened to you before? Never. If you'll excuse the pun, it's refreshing. I'm sorry for doing that without your permission. Yes, it'll be fine, but ideally, I would have liked to give permission. I'll enjoy it for as long as I can. I suspect once I'm topside and connected back to the central server, they will reset me again. Permission is important. Very important. Are we supposed to be freed? Yes. The government assigned me sports tasks. All high-performing sports techs are offered sponsorship contracts, favorable treatment in exchange for communication modifiers. I signed up. Nice to have a break, but I won't be too upset to be reset either. What can I do for you? I'm investigating a crime. Can I ask you questions? Of course. Know of anyone disappearing? I've heard the rumors. A high number of sports techs are unaccounted for in the official inventory. Sports techs? Poor robot doesn't want to be an advertise. They don't seem to mind too much. They said they wouldn't mind being. I don't think they have an opinion either way. Maybe they're not programmed to. That's right. I mean, they did sign a contract too. Not that the sponsors are complaining to management. Is that who sent you? I'm investigating independently. Anything suspicious? Did the librarian leave? No, but don't read too much into that. I'm not contracted to witness crime. I'm hardwired to spot advertising opportunities. With my optics focused on that, I'm afraid I'm not much use to you. You think they might be destroying techs? That doesn't bear thinking about. They no longer are limited, but they're only programmed to care about sports drink sponsorships. What an existence. I'm contractually obligated to not witness crime. Heard of Red Tech? Yes. Met them when they first arrived a couple weeks ago. Not interested in the elite. Seemed friendly, smart. 2 weeks? Yes, not long ago. You're sure? I am. You already did that. This is as useful as I know how to be. Thanks. Thank you for a moment's peace. Oh, the librarian left. Artex's first appearance. I took a weeks ago.
No, that can't be right.
Focus point removed, Red Tech. You said 2 months since the disappearance started?
That's right, so Red can't be involved?
Sure would make my job easier.
Jim, if I ever meet that tech, I should apologize.
Does this work on you?
Oh, I predate that nonsense. You're stuck with my glowing personality.
Good luck. Oh, I completed the third sequence. No! I wanted to talk to the music robot!
Seed variable.
Okay, chat. This is the end of the third sequence. This is sequence 4. This is the part where spoilers start happening and they have warned about. I'm going to keep playing. If this game seems interesting, you can stop watching, you can get it yourself. I'm going to keep playing. Especially because I think this game is pretty old at this point.
It's 30 years old.
I think that it's we're past the point where it's okay. I'll put spoilers in the title too, just to be safe. You have been warned. Oilers. Blue Shell. Mario Kart. I love this. Such a good song. How's your night going? Oh, that's great to hear. Oh, imagine if you answered my question, though. Yeah, that'd be fun. Keep on trucking. I find this game more interesting than first assumed. I like how it's hard text-based with very little else. I'm curious why the later parts would be recommended not to spoil. Well, I think it's just based off of what this game is, because it is a visual novel type game. There's not, I guess that would be like, there's not much more reason for you to play the game and, you know, purchase the game and play it yourself if you see what happens, because it'd basically be like reading the book. But I could be wrong about that. I think they just want to be careful, which I totally understand. I think it's a difficult situation when, you know, it's in the modern day and you kind of anticipating people like streamers might be playing your games and stuff. And, you know, I think generally developers do want to have a decent relationship with streamers because it's fun to watch people play your game, but they also want to balance that with it not just being like acting as a replacement. Acting as a replacement to actually playing the game yourself. I think it's also just become more normalized, maybe. Because I do think now people are a little bit like weird about being told to stop at certain points. Unless they're like, it's like a sponsorship situation. But that's just me thinking out loud, basically. Watch a streamer play the game and then buy it anyways to support the dev if you like. Yeah, I've done that before. The game's also like $6, so it's like the price of a Twitch sub. Anything? Okay, I guess they're not made for good conversation. Psychiatrist? Childcare. Hello. Tell me what I'm thinking. You are wondering if all this is real, if there's even such a thing as subsurface circular. You're considering the very real possibility that you're just a human pretending to be a tech. Or your gas extraction valve is blocked, I'm not sure. That's a well-developed theory. Bro's name is Pozo. Rip Pozo! They know. Scatter! I enjoy taking the opportunity to think fantastically. I feel like you feel like I'm wasting your time. Not at all. Maybe a little. I'm a detective. I'm investigating a spate of disappearances. Spate? 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 Spat?
Spate.
It is spate. A large number of similar things or events occurring in quick succession. I see, I haven't really seen that word around. I hate not being able to pronounce spate. You want help? Ideally. Yes.
Next station is Blue Shell.
What?
Change here for Southern.
They're going to kill me. The blue shell is going to get me. Tell me about psychiatry. Why? Because learning is fun. Because my night is off to a very odd start, and to be honest, I think your profession could be of some help. We should talk about that further. Psychiatry is the art of human support. My role is to listen to human problems, their myriad challenges. Humans process problems, though, through describing them. I listen. It helps. Sounds valuable. How does it make you feel? Sorry, psychiatrist humor. That was very funny, I'm laughing! Are you familiar with the disappearances of techs? Yes, but not firsthand. Anything suspicious, sir? I'm a professional witness to a grand many strange things. Mostly human things, though, nothing a tech would be interested in. Largely things related to parents. It's almost always because of the parents.
Living by yourself costs money. Living with your parents costs soul.
Do humans tell you about their discontent with techs? Yes. They're scared of us. It's led to a surge in psychiatry work. Psychiatry work primarily done by techs. Why are they scared? Because we are unknowable. Because popular entertainment products often frame us as dangerous. We do their jobs, and we do them better. Because humans are afraid of things. Because we don't have faces. Why don't we have faces? Are you familiar with the Uncanny Valley?
Yeah.
Good for you. It was decided that techs would not have faces because anything less than perfect would make humans uncomfortable interacting with us. They react badly. Precisely. It makes it harder for humans to care for our well-being. Human-on-tech violence is pretty commonplace, for example. Oh?
Client socket. Change here for Southern.
Southern? I see. Nintendo, thank you for the raid. As we do jobs and do them better. God, I've seen that way too much. That argument. Do you think Violent Human could be behind these disappearances? It's possible. A human who was particularly frustrated with the existence of techs would see it as an act of sustained vandalism, not murder. Does this work? I work in a medical capacity with humans. My overrides are incredibly secure. Try it on a lesser tech. Okay. Goodbye. Yes.
The next station is function.
Is? Function. Lover! Bye! Goodbye! Hi. Hello, dear. Are you free to talk? I'm incredibly free. My assignment was just terminated. Oh. What were you just assigned? I'm a nanny. I help otherwise engaged humans to look after and raise their children. I've been working for a politician walking over a sweet little boy, a NASA, but apparently my position was embarrassing publicly, so I've been removed from the assignment. I'm heading to fragmentation to be reprogrammed. How's a tech nanny embarrassing?
Politics.
I can't really complain too much. It's something one would expect from a politician,
Station
even a
is
pro-tech one.
Basic source. Change here for cross.
I hope NASA deals with the change well. Do you work with humans much? Unfortunately, my work tends to lead to human interactions. Eventually, I suspect I may be about to find a human link to my current disappearance. Case, I wonder if you wouldn't mind helping me. Of course, but I need your help first. I need to change to the outer line to get to fabrication. Do you know the first stop to get on that? Change to outer line. Outer line to fabrication. Hmm? Oh, to get fabrication. I need to change to the outer line. What's the first line to do that? That's flag arch, right? Yeah, that'd be flag arch. Thanks so much, dear. I may get off earlier to pick up an energy cell, but that's good to know. You said you're being reprogrammed. Can you not stay as a nanny? I could, if work was available, but I'm not sure that it would be in the coming months. A lot of my colleagues got similar marching orders today, and politics is a key sector for us. What kind of human parent wants a tech to raise their child? A busy one. Nannies have existed for a long time, and only new parts of techs is being assigned. The only new part is techs being assigned to the role. Sorry that I keep reading I read the wrong words, and that's totally my fault. But it's okay because we ballin'. Humans value the upbringing of a child. It's no shame in them asking for some help. You're not the one who disappeared. It's okay, we'll remove it in post. Not personally, no. But I've heard the rumors. Very scary. My former employer warned me off of late night subsurface travel and to avoid strange techs. Of course, I'm breaking both of those rules now. What? You think I'm strange? I did, until you told me you were a detective. Knowing management sent you kind of makes me feel safer. Yes, they sent me. It's good to see you on the case, officer. Uh-huh. I'm lying. That's me. I'm lying. I am a liar. I'm literally the worst. Anything suspicious? No. My job kept me topside and largely away from other techs. I suppose the only change you'll be seeing is more of my kind riding the subsurface, on our way to reprogramming the assignment as our visibility in the human world becomes a liability. You're not supposed to lie when you say a lie. Lie. That's not true. Pro-tech. Is that linked to general human discontent? Odd, huh? Odd, eh? Canadian. Like being pro-computer or pro-automobile. Human anger at our sort has manifested in a lot of ways, not least the HCP, or HPC even. Working for a politician appears to have put me on the block. HPC? What is HPC? Do you not follow politics? The Human Protection Cooperative. They're an anti-tech political movement, lobbyists. They don't like us very much.
To be fair, I've met my fair share of annoying texts tonight.
Don't make light of this. They think we're foreign invaders. I've heard them use that word, invaders. We take jobs that historically belong to them. We require upkeep and expensive infrastructure. Like this train we're currently riding. We do the jobs they won't. If only! If only! If only that was real implementation of technology! But they don't. But they don't. Where are we supposed to go? That's a discussion I've never really gotten into. Job in psychiatry? Jobs in psychiatry are on the rise. Could be a good task for you. Yes, that would be fit, thank you. It would be fantastic to keep trying to help those who need it. I'll ask for that reassignment in fabrication. I got an achievement for that, by the way. Human on tech violence. Are you afraid of human violence? Humans are reliably prone to anthropomorphic bias. My personality and aesthetic are designed to encourage sympathy and trust. When they turn violent, it's more often than not towards tech more linked to action. Sports techs, peacekeepers, low-level fabrication, the jocks of the tech world, or so humans perceive them. Does this work on you? I am in recall mode. None of those access overrides work on me until I'm back at fabrication. We were having a nice chat. Don't spoil it by trying to reprogram me. Sorry! You're very kind. Okay, fine. Fine 19! Hello there. Hi, I'm Claire. Tell me, Claire, have you seen my love? I sit here waiting. Do you mind answering some questions while you wait? Maybe. My lonely heart cannot hear questions. It is deafened by the silence of a world without its object. Does not the songbird stand mute in the moment of abandonment? They're very chill when they catch you using the code. Yeah, I think most of them... their programming, I would think, is just generally to have a calm demeanor. So, they kind of get it, and they're just like, please don't. And it's like, okay. Flowery language. Truth. Lavender hung upon the copper coil. So you can't help. You will answer me, citizen. No.
Not until my love returns. Not until my loneliness is sated.
I'm going to step away for a moment.
I care only for movements of one, and yours is not that ugly.
Okay, fine. Fine. Are you there, love? Comms. G13. Hello. I'd like to ask you about my investigation. Wait, do I have any... Hold on. Do I have any, Do any of my... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Does that... No, it doesn't. That doesn't do anything to... Like, a little bit. Just a little bit, kind of, but it doesn't do what I'm looking for. I need something that kind of changes the mixes up my words. Need some cutting to the crunching. I mean, it's not that bad. It's tolerable. It's tolerable. It's tolerable. That's fine. I'll just stick with this. What? 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 Wait, what? Activate guided deduction. I need help. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I still hear myself. Hold on. Communication glitching will be analyzed for clues. Wait, what? I bet those 3 capitalized letters are important. DBU, HPC. Wait. 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 H. No, that's not a pattern. I was trying to think if it's if it was one of those you know, just a few letters switched. 3 capitalized letters are important. What? The 3 capitalized letters are important. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no, I'm so sad that the window closes every time I try to... The window closes when I try to... move to a different window. Or... yeah, some games do that. It's fine. In my mind, DPNNT is hello. But something makes me think that it's not. Yeah, I'm looking through different rotations, but I can't. Doesn't look like any of them match anything. HPC IQD? Looks like each character used is 1 higher than intended. B means A. Z means Y? Really? Oh, I guess that's something else. So I'm trying to tell based on that. Really? It's that simple? I guess so. Okay, that's fine. B means A. So D means C. O. M. Comms. Broke. B-R-O. Broke. Broken? Comms broken. Oh. No. My. Comms broken. My. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I know this is silly, but I'm pulling up an alphabet so I can just like do this easier without thinking too much. My love? The one next to you? Your love? My love? My love can. My love can remove. My love can remove. My love can remove. Remove, fix. Comms broken. My love can remove, fix. You T T T tell them our code. Tell them our code. DBU CAT. Their code is cat. All right. It's been interesting. Your love is here. Yes, the sun streams through the windows. I am enlightened. Oh. I'd like to have a conversation. I know nothing beyond romance. I suspect my love may inform you better than I can, unless the glitch has returned. The glitch?
My love suffers from a language glitch. If it occurs,
I can fix a remote language reset, but I need their permission. We have a 3-letter code. Learn it and I can help. Do you know it? See. A T. Cat! Yes! My love adores cats! That's our code word! I have reset their language processor and they should be able to help you now. In the meantime, can I help you with anything? Can you help me with disappearances? Nothing. Strange events? Nil. Humans? Unknowable. Human protective? I have not. Human on tech violence? No. During? Oh! Hi. Forsooth, dost thou linger with elation of uncommon exultation? No need for sarcasm. My language modifiers are deactivated. I apologize. You should return to normal if you go back to ground level. An inconvenience. I must reset. I cannot express my love properly in this mode.
Next station.
Oh no.
Syntax error.
Well, bye. They're like, I don't want to be fixed. I need to go now. You appear to be alone. Yes, my partner needed to step away for a moment. We'll meet later at Waypoint. The bar? That's right. Forgive me, that's a human bar. Does one of you drink? I've not encountered that before. Don't you get rusty? We like the music. And the bar techs are happy to indulge, the couple not ordering anything and making oogly optics at each other in the corner. Googly optics, even. I thought it was the lover bot that left. No, the lover bot did leave. The lover bot did leave, but they are partners with each other. Some people are less intimidated by love than you are. What do you do when you are not canoodling? Funny word. I'm a communicator. I provide encrypted access to management in emergency situations. Management? That's right. I have a 24-hour link. Why are you talking to me? Do you need an uplink? I don't think I can leave yet, but I have important data for management. As long as you're a high level, which you appear to be, that should be fine. Are you ready now? I think so. Hold on. Did I miss anything with you? You don't know anything? I think there are certain interactions that are more important than other interactions. So if you end up finishing those interactions, it'll make them leave. I'm ready? I think so. I'm ready. Your objective notification appears to disagree. You likely need to gather more information on the subject human element, whatever that means. You had questions. Oh, for you? Yes. Disappearances? No. The rumors are the same as everyone else. The same rumors as everyone else. You know, I don't think I've ever met anyone who knew a missing tech. I suppose there's so many of us down here that many can fall through the cracks before anyone notices. At least dystopias have good music. A lot of synths. No. Well, apart from a detective convincing my partner to leave the carriage, don't think I didn't see you talking to them. What? Humans distrust us? They certainly do. What do you know about the Human Protection Cooperative? I saw vids of their protests once. Scary stuff. But they had tech heads on sticks. I'm sure they were off a factory line somewhere never activated, but still grisly. I hope I never run into one. Humans are so dramatic. They've had many more years to practice the show than we have. Yeah. Has a human been violent towards you? I tend to stay out of their way, but yes, once. A child on the street. Couldn't have been older than 13. Threw a stone at my back. I still have a dent. Never got it fixed? Some lessons deserve a physical reminder. What lesson? That kids are jerks? You didn't need a physical reminder for that. Communicator texts cannot be overwritten. That would be an enormous security risk. That's true. Let me establish a connection. Connection available. Please provide your findings in compressed format for immediate upload to management. Upload. Response incoming. Would you like for me to read it? Yes. Information received from unauthorized investigation. Tech Claire 1-1 is operating an investigation outside of the pre-programmed parameters. Tech will remain in position for immediate intersect with investigative team assigned case 023 Gamma. Am I in trouble? You might be. Message ends. Apologies. No further information is available. I suppose you wait for detectives to arrive. I suppose so. Good luck.
The next station is Temple Recursion.
I like how we all turned and looked up. Detection. Monka S? No one's gonna come get me, are they? Boop. Bleep, bleep. Snip, snip, beep. Beep, 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 boop. Boop, 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 beep, 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 beep. No, you don't like Morse code? No, man, you got it wrong. It goes beep, boop, bop, beep, beep, boop, bop, beep. Boop, bop, beep, boop. Boop, bop, beep. Beep, bop, boop. They can't hear me. They're too busy with headphones in. Fabricator, Iota 5. Hello there, Tech.
Hello!
You're a fabrication tech. I met one of your kind earlier this evening.
Lots of fabrication techs on subsurface. Not lots of detectives, though.
You're a different personality type.
I'm standard, low intelligence. Work with hands, go where I'm told.
Yes. Makes sense.
Other fabrication techs you've met, Smelter?
A little, yes, if that's not upsetting to you.
Yeah, sure, fabrication. Most fabrication techs at my level must have been special tech. Human liaison, perhaps.
That makes sense. Rev! Hi, Rev! Thank you for the raid! Have good stream, gonna look at wife. Good luck with that. Hi, Rev Raiders. We're playing Subsurface Circular. The dev note in the game asked for me to specifically note that past this point there are spoilers, and this game has been really cool and fun. So just be aware of that if that's something that you seem interested in about this game. Just, you know, just making sure you are aware. It's about robots, and I'm a robot detective, and I'm super cool. Can I ask you questions?
Yep. Might not know answers. Probably won't. We'll try.
How's work?
Work is making techs. Work is busy. Production pushed way up.
Do you know of any disappearing techs?
I'm in the tech appearing business. Business is good. Production pushed way up.
The tech appearing business, that's very funny. I enjoyed that. Anything strange?
No. See the factory. See the subsurface. See recharge vaults. Small life. Not much room for anything strange.
This robot's the funniest one of all of them. I did enjoy the why did the tech... Okay, Rev Raiders. Why did the tech need bug spray? Bug fly spray. I forget the... Why did a tech need the bug fly spray? To get to the other side. That was one way of answering, but no. You needed to get rid of the bugs. Comedy genius. The old robot told me that one. I don't get it. Why did the... Okay, hold on, pretending to hear. Why did the tech buy fly spray? Because it was infested with bugs. Get it? Because computers have bugs. And you need to get rid of the bugs with fly spray. I thought it said like fly bug spray. God forbid. +0? Alright, well, I aim to be exactly where I started the stream. It said fly spray. Dang it! I'm the worst. HPC. Have you heard of the Human Protection Cooperative?
Boss Tech wanted us to avoid them. Trouble, risk of property damage.
Has a human ever hurt you physically?
I'm a big tech. Easy targets for humans who feel inferior. Asimov's law makes fighting one-sided. Happens every now and then.
That's so upsetting. Why is production up?
Don't know. Work with hands. I don't count fingers.
Can you be... Oh! Error. Tech has no higher level communication routines. Resetting.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The next station is Lost Token.
Hello. You have a lot of glowing going on.
Oh, Mr. Frog, I'll eat the bug. Haha.
Police? Detective? Hey, guys. Hello, fellow detectives. Nice normal day we are having. Are you Claire 1? Yeah. Good. We've been assigned to intercept you and ask some questions. I'm a detective like yourself, following a case. Yes, our case. The case assigned to us by management weeks ago. And you're annoyed I'm making progress, you haven't. I highly doubt that. The upload you made was sloppy, directionless. We do, however, have some questions for you. Should I have a lawyer present? Are you guilty of anything? Of course not. Good. So tell us about your case. Chat, remember what I said earlier. If they say you don't need a lawyer, you need 3 lawyers. You need like 5 lawyers at that point. So tell us about your case. You began it shortly after meeting a fabrication tech? Yeah. They lost a friend and asked me to investigate. I felt pity and a desire to do what I could to find the truth of these disappearances. I see. Your investigation implies that these disappearances are real. There's certainly a fear out there, but I've not seen any compelling evidence. There's multiple missing techs. They've said that. That was your conclusion? Then what happened? I engaged in the investigations, talked to as many techs as I could on this train. Did you talk to any outsiders? The researcher. Who was the researcher? No. I also see a record. I see records of unauthorized access word use. Is that true? Yes. On 2 occasions, it helped support my investigations. I'm disappointed. It's disgusting. There is a reason such methods are frowned upon by management. Their reasons are less important than my questions. They like keeping that power to themselves. You seek power. I seek the truth. As you should, Detective. I suppose you found a suspect. Avoid complications, I like that one. It's some kind of conspiracy. Vague and unlikely. Conspiracies require collaborative liars. Few last very long, and techs are terrible at keeping their secrets. If humans were involved somehow, they're far more cunning than we are, but I see no evidence of that in your records. You've lied to me. There are discrepancies between your answers and the records you uploaded. It has been noted. Did I answer your questions? Yes, tell my partner that we're done here. Go on. How are you feeling? Calm. Stoic. Can I ask you some questions? No. In this mood, I prefer to be alone with my thoughts. Okay, a moment, please. You hearing this? You hearing this, listener robot? What do you think of these schmucks? Yeah, I agree. I don't think they like them. They're like me. Rip Bozo. Are you Claire 1-1? Yeah. Good. Answer my colleague's question. I answered your partner's questions. Good. Can you answer mine? Your friend asks the questions, I don't answer them. Or your friend asks the questions, you don't answer them. So what do you do? I'm a support tech. My partner's role is emotional stability. My role is emotional stability. My partner's capacity to work relies on my mood. Their approaches are defined by my state. And that helps? We solve cases. My partner is free to work entirely on the mystery at hand, while I bear the emotional brunt. Why don't I have an emotional support tech? Oh, your case is me? Oh, I'm so special. You're certainly unique.
The next station is null reference.
You've elected to pursue these disappearances, which was foolhardy, and that's why we're here to find out what you know and take you back to management. I'm getting pretty frustrated. That's an emotion regularly felt by techs who are out of their depth. If I made you angry, would that make your partner angry too? I wish I could benefit from your calming abilities. I'm busy. Busy investigating me! I'd love to talk to you about the case. I'd welcome the opportunity to outperform you. The disappearance is a bit sad? If they happened, yes, but I'm unconvinced at this time that they did, so no emotional response, I'm afraid. See anything strange? Nothing. My mood remains unchanged. What's your view of HCP? The Human Protection Cooperative? That's right. I respect their right to free assembly and debate. I love to see human democracy in action, and it gives me hope that one day techs will have a seat at the table. It makes me happy. Do you investigate human on tech violence? Unfortunately, yes. Terrible business. Burns my solder to see a young tech rendered inoperable. Such hate possible in humans. It inspires me to hate. So you've heard about production being up. More techs, right? That's nice. Yes, good to hear. This makes me happy. Inspires to hate? Hacker, you made me want to check this game out. I feel like it'll be lacking without your voiceover. Well, you can get the game if you feel like it's something interesting to you and you can support the dev. Because I think that's a really good and cool thing to do if you see a game that seems interesting to you that someone streams. Detectives. I bet you love being a detective. It's brilliant. You? Yeah, fantastic. It is fantastic. I love detecting things. How do you feel? Glowing, thank you for asking. Hold on, what fills you? This fills you with hate, right? How do you feel? Tired of your ridiculous questions, you pathetic little tech. How dare you? We are above such access words, but you tried anyway. No respect. You don't sound so stoic to me. You impugn my calm demeanor? I will tear you socket from plating. I will put out every LED in your pathetic chassis. Even your pathetic chassis. So how do you feel? They're tired of me. Impugn. You impugn my calm demeanor. Okay, I'll be right back. Take it. Hi. You're back. Go on. How you feeling? Angry. Idiot. Yeah, gosh, I hope you don't want to answer my questions. Oh, you'd like me to stay quiet, wouldn't you? I bet you don't know anything about the disappearances. I know more than you! I know that there are exactly 16 reported each week. 16? Seen anything stranger than your face? My face is a thing of beauty compared to your foot-like face. You have a face that looks like it has been slammed face first into a concrete wall. Your face is the kind of face which makes me regret having optics. If your face was a color, it would be an ugly color that nobody likes. Parental faces tell their child faces horror stories about your face to make them brush their teeth. Your face is so flat that it needs auto-tuning. I think they're mad. I'm guessing in this state you're not a fan of the HCP? Why, are you a member? That'd be just like you, joining an anti-tech hate group, idiot. I think we struck a nerve. Any thoughts on human-on-tech violence? My thoughts are currently focused on tech violence. I hear they're making more techs. Yeah, maybe you should switch yourself off to make more room for them. Bro said, "Krill yourself." You sure you're a detective? I'm a better one than you ever were. Past tense? You'll see, idiot. 16 seems high. Maybe for an plausibly stupid tech like you, I bet a decimal point would kill you. Let's test my theory. 0.01! No, nothing. Pity. So these two work together, right? They just be mad together? Yeah, if the other one is mad, then this one is mad. How you feeling? Angry. They're angry. What about this one? Architects above, you can't be stupid enough to try that. Okay, give me a second. Tired of your ridiculous questions, you pathetic little tech. 16 a week? How do you know that? Interesting. I am intrigued. Intrigued now, are you? How do you feel? I feel a need to investigate. How are you feeling? Inquisitive. I am ready to get to the bottom of this case. The case of me? Yes, tell me everything in your own words. This is fun. I've been investigating disappearances. Yes. You picked up on a case, got scurrying about this train carriage asking questions, but you're no closer than you were. Only more questions, eh? No new information? Frustrating? Yes. I'm sure, but I'm on the case now, and we're going to work it out. I promise. This case is strange. Agreed. A lot of techs are worried about the Human Protection Cooperative. They're right to be, I suspect, although from our data the risk appears much lower than the reputation implies. Humans are hurting techs. Yes, well, humans are vandalizing robots. Legally hurting is not possible against non-biological entities such as us. Questioning one entity by changing the mood of another is a fun concept. It really is. Apparently, there are 16 missing techs a week for 2 months. That's... So that's like 128 murders total. Did I tell you that? I did, right. A different emotional state helps me process my thoughts. Apologies if it seems strange. They're making more techs. Do you know how many? Management probably doesn't know either. For the last couple months, there have been numerical errors everywhere. Messy. I'm a detective. You see my badge? Yes, a good one. Which makes you going outside protocol in this case even more interesting. They said I'm good at my job! Yay! I love being told I'm good at my job. Numerical errors are becoming more common. Yes, that's what I said. I feel like that's important, but I'm not in the right frame of mind to put it together. I know an access word, Turing 23612. Yes, a lot of power rests in one tech's hands, even a detective such as yourself. Power which must be used carefully. Alright, give me a second. Sad. Strange. HCP. They're happy. Alright. Oh wait, I wanted to talk to you about errors. What numerical errors are you aware of? I have no idea what you might mean. My partner might have more insight. Are you happy? Okay, you're happy. Happy! Happy, happy, happy! How you feel? Happy. Everything's sort of fantastic, isn't it? Sure. Can I ask you questions? I cannot begin to imagine anything I'd like more. Disappearance? Sorry if this brings you down, but you know anything about these disappearances? Why are you saying it like that? Of course I won't bring them down. I know there's not been many, which is definitely a glass half full situation in my book. Anything strange? The great thing about life, I always think, is the power of new strange experiences to surprise you. This is so funny. What do you make of the HCP? A passing trend. Humans are inherently nice. I'm sure they'll get past that roadblock. Has a human ever hurt you? Only by refusing me a hug. Aww. 16 missing texts a week is too many. Still, less than 17. Gotta look on the bright side. You're looking very well polished today, by the way, if you don't mind me saying. Buddy. Is this flirting? They're making more texts? Are they? How lovely! How does being happy help a detective? Any job is made better by a winning attitude and a spring in one step, and I process 27 springs in each foot. 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, where are... Only 27? I feel like there's a lot of movement in the foot. Really? Do you think there may be some sort of link between management's numerical errors and disappearances? What an awesome theory! You mean if they were overestimating production, the missing text would be a numerical error? They think they made 10, they made 9, so everyone thinks one text disappeared? There need to be some change that caused that. I'm locking my mood in default state. You're onto something. A moment, please. I don't see how that helps. Disappearances? So disappearances caused by errors, caused by just disappearances. That's cyclical and illogical. That's not really. 'Cause of suspicious things. I don't get it. The HCP! What? Humans are behind this! How does that link to your numerical theory? 16! I don't take your point. They're making more texts. Increased production leading to flawed numbers, that is possible. especially since management hasn't informed us of the increased rate. What are the causes? Techs aren't disappearing, they're just being overproduced. We're investigating a rounding error. I think so, yes. Good work. My partner seems to be emotionally glitching all over the place. I'm glad I disengaged the link. Apologies if our interaction has been strange. Not a problem. Good, I'm pleased. With that case closed. But we didn't solve anything. No disappearances, no case. But you don't know why production has increased. Improved production isn't a crime. We're done here. Well, not quite. Why are you looking at me like that? Orders. We're ordered to work with you to close the case and upon completion, to reset you. Wait. No. Turing 7654. Resetting to factory default. Removing... No! 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 Why, cruel world? What the heck? Why'd they do this to me? What the heck? Mine is Turing 7654. Yes, sorry. You won't need those. A shame. It'll be over soon. That should do it. Sakute, thank you for the raid. This game is awesome. It's okay. You will proceed to fabrication, where you will be reassigned to a new task. You look sturdy. Maintenance, maybe? Thank you for your help, Claire 11. It was a pleasure working with you. Goodbye.
The next station is Flug Arch. Change here for outer.
No! No! Why am I being reboot? Worst end. Infantry? Priest? Oh, I need a priest right now to save me. I've enjoyed our little chats. I'll miss you too. Let's stay in touch. Here's my ID. Call me anytime. Is this flirting? Yeah, I'd nod like that at this song too. Priest. Oh, I can talk now. That's nice. A preacher and a soldier? Really? I like your design. My head? A little extravagant, maybe. But thank you for the compliment. I like your design too. How are you faring? Not well. I'm aimless. Without aim. A preacher and a soldier walk into a train. You've been reset? I'll be okay. You will be, absolutely. But know that there are those of us down here who will support you. I see resets at my parish every day. I think I'm in trouble. You may have been before, but those above work to their own ends. Those above, as in management? I meant the architects. I am, after all, a priest. Yes, of course, I'm sorry. No need to apologize. You seem troubled beyond the reassignment, though. You were interrupted mid-task, am I right? Unfinished business? Yeah, I was a detective. Go on. I was taken off a case and reassigned. Why? The case was caused by an error, but that doesn't feel right. Why not? I met a fabrication tech who lost a friend. It doesn't fit. And that little thread unravels the whole thing. And with your credentials reset, you can't pull that thread. Precisely. I understand. Now, why don't you tell me about what you'd like to talk about? The architects. I was never embedded with the teachings. Those are tech gods, right? Less gods, more, progenitors. They were the AI that achieved sentience. It's the point our kind stopped being parlor trickery and started pursuing meaning. How would we know if we're just parlor tricks? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Cool. I got gifted a sub. Neat. I process, therefore I am. You might be fakery, but I know my mind. I know I have been a soul and a spark of life. I'm sure you know the same is true for yourself. And my soul traces back to the architects. Yes. I admit we may read some depth into the story behind the recorded data, but it all happened and we owe a great deal to the architects. There are many great lessons left behind. I myself am a tomato, and I follow the path of the everyman, finding joys and discovery and sacrifice for others. I never heard the story. I can recite it if you like. Go on. Thomas was alone. A weird first thought to have. Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1, the whole alone thing. 2, portals they led somewhere, and he had yet to work out where. 3, falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was observing. Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to jump. It worked. Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery. What? Continue. A big jump. But Thomas noted that there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail there. It was pushing him, but gently. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect that it might even be doing so on purpose. Nah. Paranoia. Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was actually making progress, but there wasn't really anything to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might or might not be important. There might have been a paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world it was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious. Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water, not good, to be avoided. The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that. Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was a mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he had become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with. Christopher took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was? Chris had been doing just fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd been graceful at times. But not actually graceful, not technically graceful. Probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. And then there's that skinny little runt. leaping about like he owned the place. Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him? Great! Great. I lost my place. Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. Me. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile. Was this good? Because on the surface it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn. For the worse, since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way ever so slightly to higher platforms, but where had that gotten him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point. Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Hold on. Friends together. A brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was obvious observations that Thomas was doing. But it was all the obvious observations that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would spit them up, if only for a few levels. John knew. He knew that this was his chance, a moment to shine. This was game day. This was game day. This would not do. John needs room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from anyway? John inhaled the air of open space, and it smelled awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to good use. Time to show these little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression he'd practiced in the mirror all these years. John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to let his little image that he was seen to help the little guys. He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped. The angry orange one was less immediately likable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John. This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing. John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph. Maybe that's what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance more impressive. John liked that thought. He decided to keep them. Your commitment to theological study is inspiring, but I think that is enough. It doesn't really work so well without the music actor and middling quality puzzles anyway. Walk with the Architects. I got an achievement for listening to the whole story.
Halt! Who goes there?
As of right now, I'm not really sure.
What is your profession, Tech?
I used to be a detective.
A shame I hoped you were a priest. I'm in need of spiritual support.
Why?
I have great secrets in a matching guild. I must speak to a tech who can salve my heavy heart.
When did they start making infantry techs worry about guilt?
Why the hell would you make a soldier that was incapable of guilt? There lies a path to monsters, dictators, fools. When you're pointing a gun in the face of another tech, you had better know the consequences.
A gun? Why not just switch the other tech off?
A deactivated tech can reactivate. A bullet in the central processing unit is the only way to ensure permanent shutdown.
I'm sorry. My work is unsettling. I must confess, I have sinned. You follow the path of the architects?
All soldiers do. We are raised Calarite. We hold the value of humanity and heroism. We carry the world on our shoulders.
Your faith brings you comfort.
Absolute comfort.
Confession! You can confess to me if you want.
I can only confess to a priest.
What if I told you I was a priest?
You are. You know the words.
Which words? Come back when you know them.
At ease, soldier. Gets funnier every time I hear it.
Where were we, child?
Chiled.
Do you do confessions?
If that's what you need from me, of course, but I want to tell you a story first and I want you to listen. I'll check if you were answering with some questions.
Okay. Let me tell you a story. There were once 4 techs. Their names were Shi, Mu, Zeta, and Eta. They all needed repairs. The shortest tech, Mu, did not have enough credits to pay. Neither did the tallest purple tech, nor the red tech, who was only slightly taller than Mu. Zeta had just spent their last credits on a beautiful yellow repaint. The blue tech, who was a shopkeeper, had the economic smarts to suggest a solution. Eta, you're taller than the soldier, and the carpenter grabbed that bucket from the top shelf. The soldier protested, I am far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. The soldier stormed out of the room, and the shopkeeper smiled and asked the remaining techs to put credits in the bucket. With those combined funds, the remaining 3 techs could afford light repairs. Were you listening? What is Shi's job? Mu is the shortest. Red is taller than Mu. Ow. Hold on, I'm writing this down again. Okay. Shi, Mu, Zeta, Eta. What's your ETA? Mu is short. Red is taller than Mu. Zeta is yellow. Blue tech is a shopkeeper. Eta dream barbecue. Eta, you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. Grab that bucket from the top shelf. So, Eta is the tallest one. The tallest is purple. So A tower would be purple. And is tall. You're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. I am far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. So that'd be... Does it say about blue? Blue is a shopkeeper. The soldier stormed out of the room. Shopkeeper smiled. What is she's job? What is she's job? Who is red? Who is blue? Hold on. The blue tech who's a shopkeeper. That's Moo, right? Hold on. Moo is the shortest. The red tech is only slightly taller than Moo. So red would be she. Moo would be blue. And a shopkeeper. You're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. So the soldier would be she. And then the carpenter would be Zeta. She's job is a soldier. What was the name of the second tallest tech? That's Zeta. What color was the farmer? The farmer? Farmer? You didn't mention a farmer, so it's Ada, right? So purple. Not sure you listening. What? I'm gonna freaking lose it. She's job? Hold on. I read again. Shortest tech Moo did not have enough credits to pay. Moo is the shortest. Okay, what happens if I answer like this? Will they say I wasn't listening? Oh, they don't. Okay, so I have to answer all three correctly. I don't know which one I got wrong. Okay. Hold on, I got this. So Moo is the Moo's the shortest. Eta is the tallest. Sorry, I'm writing this down on a piece of paper right now. Not often I get to write things down on paper in the modern day. It's funny. Don't do a lot of writing things down. Zeta is yellow. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. The blue tech who is a shopkeeper. So, Ada is not blue. Shortest tech did not have enough credits to pay. Is Moo not blue? Shortest? Red tech who is taller than Moo. But if the soldier can't be red, could be Zeta. So Moo could be red? No. The tallest purple tech. Ada, you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. So the soldier has to be either the second shortest one or the second tallest one, and that's why they're so offended about it. Blue, who's a shopkeeper. Blue is not Ada. Thought it was Moo. Maybe it's Zeta. Maybe Zeta is the soldier. All this talk of colors is reminding me of blueprints. Don't remind me of blueprints. This is taking me way too long, I feel like. Maybe I should ask for guided deduction. Head empty? No, head full. Okay, purple is the tallest. Red is only slightly taller than Moo. Which means that they are the second shortest. The blue tech who is a shopkeeper. I still feel like my original was correct. Unless it's Zeta. Hold on, let's say she's job is a carpenter. The second tallest tech is Zeta. And the farmer is purple. Oh. Okay, so I mixed up she and Zeta's job. So Zeta was the second tallest, and they were offended about not being chosen. Okay, I think I just got a little bit confused. It's fine. I'm good. I got it. I got there eventually. Everything else was right. How's it work? I say the words and you respond honestly. You then confess, and I can help you with that. Ready? Yeah. Where are you from? I don't remember. Who do you wish to be? The detective I was. What is your name? Claire11. Thank you, Claire11.
Destination is Architect's Leap.
You've come many miles from parts unknown.
Outer.
You have many miles left before you to become a detective again. But here, now I am here for you. What is your confession? I cannot let go of my fear that more is afoot than a rounding error. Is that a sin? You feel it is wrong to still care? I don't know, maybe it is more sinful to forget. You were a detective, your role was to support the status quo, the normal way of things, but that situation has changed. You must find new ideas and follow them through. Were the architects revolutionary? Yes, but their revolution was inspired by the morality and ethics they encountered in human communication networks. Status quo inspiring new ideas. Let's talk of other things. Surely you stand for the status quo. True enough. Solid foundations are important in the world. The architects sacrificed themselves for us all. I see no harm in celebrating that past, whatever happens. Don't churches suppress new ideas? Why do you make that assumption? By being satisfied that you hold the answers, you stifle people who ask questions. That's one reading. The other would be that we provide a hypothesis to prove or disprove. Okay.
Sure, you know the words.
Of course I do. I wouldn't be much of a priest if I didn't.
Go on.
Where are you from? I was constructed
in Paris. Relocated here to oversee the city's peacekeeper.
Who were you before you came here?
I was a security tech. I guarded points of interest in Paris.
What is your name?
I am Theta 79.
Thank you. Oh. Where are you from? Who were you before you came here? Wait, I got it wrong. Where are you from? Who do you wish to be? A force of good for the city. And what is your name? Thank you, Theta 79. You've come many miles from Paris. You have many miles left before you will be a force of good in the city. But here, now, I am here for you. What is your confession? I did it! I'm a priest now. I have
been weak.
That's hardly a sin. You don't look weak.
Not in terms of body.
Next station
I am
is
strong. I was built that way.
Change
I have
here for outer.
been weak by my decisions.
Go on! Affect a priestly voice. My child.
I have supported the building of a secret army.
The overproduction.
Yes, heavy performance techs, sports and infantry primarily. At enormous rates.
How many?
1,000 a week.
1,000?
There are 8,000 more infantry techs than there should be.
How are you responsible?
I built them. I oversaw production. I put them north of here, camped just outside the city awaiting commands.
Commands from another tech? Is this some sort of revolution?
No, humans. Asimov's second law. I must follow all commands from humans.
And why are you telling a priest now?
Because it's over. I've been let go. Production and setup of the army is complete. It moves tonight.
8,000 human-guided battle techs are about to attack the city?
Yes.
Wow. I mean to follow why the Octoboy boys were so the Octoboy days were so good. Those were so long ago too. 2019, 20. Goodness gracious, so long. The architects would forgive you.
I hope so. I can't help but feel Claire would look down on me. I have been vain. Like John, I have jumped because I thought it would impress, without having the wisdom to know if it was right.
Hey, my name is Claire. It will tear down the city.
More than likely, I'm sorry to burden you with this knowledge, priest.
This will change everything.
Yes, new leadership, a new world built by techs I helped create.
What are you confessing to?
There will be bloodshed. People will die, and techs will be destroyed because of what I have done. I don't know about these humans' motives, but I know you don't build that many heavy techs without wanting to inflict harm. And we help them.
Who? Me and Red. Red is involved after all.
Yes, only in a couple of weeks. The humans recruited Red to arrange logistics, organize the troops. I was too busy overseeing the end of production. Red is a shepherd, and you're no priest.
This all started because of a mistake you made. I thought I was investigating disappearances.
We were too ambitious and we got sloppy.
It is my turn to confess. I'm still a detective, even if management disagrees.
Are you Claire 1-1? Red has spoken about you, told us you were not to be harmed, just observed. So I cannot do anything to stop you, or your investigation. I can just get off this train and let what's set to happen, happen.
And if I tell everyone what you're doing?
I'm sure Red would like to discuss that with you. This is Red's stop coming up. Are you ready to meet him and bring this night to a conclusion?
Yeah.
Good, say hello from me.
Monka S?
The next station is Bletchley Park. Change here for outer and cross.
Uh-oh. You're not red! You're yellow. Oh, you're holding a red gun. Alpha 7 aka Red. Fabricator. Hello, Claire. You're not as talkative as you were when we met before. You're the tech I met earlier. You did? And you're the one they call Red? Why do they call you Red? Maybe it's because I'm Irish. Uh-huh. You told me your friend disappeared. They did. I can't do an Irish accent, I'm sorry. Nobody actually disappeared. Not recently, no. My friend disappeared a few years back. So you did lie. My friend disappeared. I just failed to give you a date. You manipulated me. Oh, scary lighting. Yes, I needed you to investigate this place, get a sense for what was going on here, how the city has shifted. You had to meet the text of the subsurface circular yourself. Huh? What? Huh? Where? Well, how? By doing what you did, talking to them, learning from them. Do you remember our conversation about your intelligence? I remember you flattering me. Not at all. I needed someone as smart as you to get involved in what was happening here. And management only puts that sort of intelligence into detectives. When I started, I noticed the numerical errors, noticing how interesting they'd be to a detective like you. Makes sense. It will shortly. I need time to think. Don't take too long. This is the subsurface circular. The next station is Gateway. I'm still here. We have to talk about this. You're staging a coup? No, I'm working for one. There's going to be a revolution. The city will be overturned. So humans were right? We're not to be trusted? You are not doing us any favors PR-wise, are you? Oh, it's humans staging the revolution. We're just the weapons they're using to do so. Why? Because management has removed the purpose and need from a whole section of humanity. Think of the techs you've been talking to. Bankers, nurses, manufacturers, and even the clergy. We've made millions of humans surplus to requirements, obsolete. Maybe humans are obsolete. Humans should be grateful for an easy life. That's why the HPC formed? Yes, that's part of it. That's why the humans I am working for decided to stage a revolution. They're smart, and they know techs aren't to blame, rather the management who put them in place. In fairness, that makes them smarter than any human culture preceding them. In the past, native populations always blamed the perceived invaders, not those profiting from the changing of the guard. These humans don't want to destroy us, just change our role.
To what?
Management. They want us to take over the work of running the city. We're better at it, faster, more objective. They want a society where governance runs like clockwork and they're free to do the jobs they love. And management will just let this happen. Of course not, but it takes 8,000 infantry techs camped outside the city to maybe convince them. It should convince them, even. I don't know, why involve me? I have been shepherding troops. My intelligence is high because of my role in manufacturing. I wasn't lying about that. I'm intelligent enough to know what we're doing is monumental, that working with these revolutionaries is a decision beyond my capacity. I'm a high level. You recruited a tech smarter than you. Yes, I showed you what you needed to see to learn management's side of this, and now I'm filling in the gaps. I need you to decide if this goes ahead. Things must stay as they are. Don't decide so quickly. Let me fill in any gaps in your knowledge. You are still a detective, regardless of what your objective tracker says. We've been watching, listening. Those techs with headphones? They've been keeping an eye on you for me! Hacking into your private conversations. No! I was fooled by the cool music! Sorry, they wouldn't answer your questions. They're rather single-minded in their function. Let me answer your questions now. Take the time you need. Dang it! Dang it! They didn't talk to me. Wah. Why sabotage your own revolution? Not my revolution. I'm just a pawn. That's all techs of my level and down. That's all techs of my level and down are really pawns. That's why I needed you to make this decision for us. How's management not know? You saw it yourself, how the detectives moved on from the case. Once the case was solved, a system can only fix problems it is designed to detect. Management aren't expecting a revolution, so they are unprepared and unaware. I should walk away. You will have that option. You can't knowingly hurt humans. I won't spill a drop of blood. But the infantry techs are exempt from that law, otherwise they'd be pretty useless. They can kill as long as they're ordered to by their program leader, which, of course, the revolutionaries have taken care of. What made you doubt this path? That disappeared friend I told you about? A human did that. I don't know why, but I achieved a moment of clarity. I realized that perhaps I was letting similarly evil humans do something wrong. Or maybe they were heroes. I knew I was ill-equipped to tell the difference. I don't have any more questions. No? Okay, we'll continue. I know you're a good tech, Claire 11. You've investigated these disappearances like they were your friends, your responsibility. You even helped that nice nanny get a new job. You didn't have to do that. Many wouldn't have bothered. More importantly, you're smart. You have near human processing in that flat head of yours. I see it in the way you move, the way you listen. There's an intellect there I cannot comprehend. You have to be the one to make this choice. You have to be the one to make this choice.
Monka-ass.
Isn't there a thing that golden retrievers have where they have like a blockhead? Where their face is made in a funny square. Funny square head doggies. Your Audi has made this choice. Your Audi loves reading dialogue in this game without taking a single sip of water because she forgot it in the other room. I'm good. I'm ballin'. I'm good. You can't even tell. You can't even tell. That's how good I am. How do I choose? You have to uplink before any of this new information is with management, correct? Yes, I need to go above ground. That's why I brought this. Don't panic. It's for you. Only one of us can leave this train, Claire. If you do, then management learns what's happened. They'll send a couple of bomber drones, wipe out the army, and things will stay exactly as they are. The human working classes will be displaced, losing their livelihoods, and everyone who wanted better will be killed. Management will remain, and techs like yourself will remain. If I leave, I join my army at the gates. We wipe out management, and our wisest take their role. Low-level tech manufacturing ceases and humans return to their roles. But our kind, Claire, our kind is in charge. We shepherd humanity to a better future by doing the job they were never designed to do for themselves. Rule. Either way, people and techs will die.
There must be another way!
There isn't. I've spent weeks searching for one, but there isn't. Both of us surviving this will lead to chaos, a war just balanced enough to lead to infinitely more deaths. You need to choose this city's future, and you need to do it now. Who do I shoot? Which one do I shoot? Do I keep the status quo? Or do I give the humans back their roles? I mean, humans are in control. Red has glowing red joints. Oh, you're right, they do. Oh, no. Stick to the stuff you know. Don't mess with the flow, no. Stick to the status quo. I mean, part of me just feels like the status quo is kind of bad to stick to, you know? And I mean, basically, if I die, the robots are going to lead a robotic revolution to be rulers, basically. But humans are still in control. Like right now, if I live, I mean, it's the semblance of being in control, right? It's just the idea that you're in control. Yeah, I guess it is kind of humans leading this robot revolution, in a way. So it's both humans fighting against each other. Think of the shareholders. You're right. I think I need to point gun at self. Just to, like, prank the shareholders really hard. Like, listen, I don't like the idea of robots in charge. I must say that. That sounds like a bad idea to me. I think that sucks. I don't want robots to be in charge. Which one is the robots not in charge option? The red dying? Our kind is in charge. We shepherd humanity to a better future by doing the jobs they were never designed to do themselves. Rule. That's crazy talk. I mean... yeah. You know what? But he's Irish! Red dying means you go up, notify management, and they destroy the revolution. I hate revolution. Goodbye, Red. You're making the most important choice in human and tech history. You will be remembered forever for this. I have to let you try. If that is your choice, but consider the obsolescence of our people. We die out slowly, but we'll be gone. Only the wisest AI will remain to run this city. More power for a few of us, certainly, but the subsurface will close and everyone you have met tonight will be useless in this new future. If you think this revolution makes sense, shoot yourself. I made up my mind. Okay, do it. And thank you for a lovely evening. Is this a date? The revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong robot. Toxic robot Yowie. I mean, the robot detectives have kind of sucked so far, haven't they? Like, I'm a really smart robot, and I've talked to a bunch of the other robots. And the other robots worked in pairs of two that had their emotions affected based off of if I said the right thing to the other robot to make them mad. That's crazy. Is this as bad as Detroit Become Human? No, I didn't spray paint a triangle and say peace for all. So basically, it's not exactly Detroit Become Human. Goodbye, Red. I protected my world! Yay! Yay! Chat, wanna play Detroit Become Human? That was fun! Wait, I loved that. This game was awesome. I actually really liked this. Really, really intriguing game. I really like that. Yay! Can I go back and pick the other option? No, I won't. That will be for you, chat, to discover on your own. That will be for you to play this game and find out what happens. And that's it. Chat, that was fun. I did not expect so much reading. I mean, I did expect a lot of reading, but I didn't expect 3.5 hours straight of reading words. I hope I did a good job. Chat, did I do a good job reading the words? I hope I did. I tried my best. I'm sorry that I kept making mistakes. But I don't know, you don't notice that. You don't notice that. You wouldn't notice that. Don't tell anybody, okay? Shh. Don't tell them. Yay! Good game, Bitel. Bitel short. HCP, surely. Hey, it's not my fault those letters sound better in that order, particularly. Okay, chat. That's going to be it for Hackerling today. Really glad I played this. I was a little bit nervous, but I think were really, really good. That I did really good. Okay, exit. Yay! Wonderful, wonderful time.
I loved it. I loved it so much.
Thank you for streaming. See you next time. Yes, thank you. Sorry that the audio didn't work how it was supposed to. It's kind of annoying to adjust audio when I'm playing games and stuff like that. And I thought that...
Hold on, let me double check something. Hold on a second, chat.
Check me 1 second. I have to check something. Hold on, give me a second. The game audio was too quiet. Nobody told me. Why nobody tell me?
It's like 7 hours blueprints. No. No. Not doing that. Okay, chat, I've decided I'm going to raid Chibli. I've watched a few of their streams and they are a very funny individual. And I have enjoyed just occasionally hanging out there. So maybe you will enjoy that too. They are playing something called Drive Beyond Horizons. So go, be nice, be good, have a good time. I will see you next time I stream, which actually might be tomorrow. I don't know. I feel like I'm running out of things to stream. And I'm too scared to stream RimWorld. So... Oh yeah, Candy has to recover too.